back to my channel. If you are new, what's up? My name is Kalyn. Thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right down there so you can see all of my videos and become a part of our family. Now, today's video is going to be a tutorial / review on the mostly full face one brand, Kokie Cosmetics. Now, I met up with them this year while I was at BeautyCon in Brooklyn, and they were gracious enough to give me a whole bag full of goodies. They're so sweet, so awesome, and a bunch of other YouTubers have reviewed their products, even one of my girlfriends have, and they all seem to like the products, but of course, until I get something in my own hands and test them out, I really don't know if I'm gonna like them or not, and I'm kind of picky. So anyway, no, they did not pay me to do this video. They did not give me money or anything like that. They literally just gave me the products for free, just like any other PR package that people receive. So yes, if you guys want to see how I created this look and if I like these products or not, if you should buy them or if you should stay far away from them, then just keep on watching. Alright, so like I mentioned in the description box and in the title of my video, this is a mostly full face tutorial of one product, so I'll use what I have from them, and then the rest of the products that I'm not using from them, obviously I'll let you guys know what those are. But yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Let's go in with the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Bright Booster Oil Elixir, and this is just going to help add some moisture to my face before I start priming. I'm going to go ahead and actually prime my face with a primer. Now I'm going to use the NYX Honey Do Me Up, and this is, like I said, it's a primer and a serum all in one. One last thing before I start applying the concealers and foundations and whatnot from Kokie, I'm going to go in one more time with a setting spray, again, just to give my skin a little bit more moisture. And if you want to know like my foundation routine, I'll leave a link for that video down below. That way you can know why I do the things that I do and what's good for what skin types. So click the link down below. Now our official first Kokie product is going to be the green concealer. Obviously you can see I have redness on my cheeks, nose, chin, and a little bit on my forehead, so I always like to take a green concealer and obviously conceal that. So this is the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. I love the packaging, by the way. It's just so cute. It's like simple, but it's very cute and it like draws attention to the eye. So let's throw this on. It is a doe foot applicator, which I do like. Let's see, looks like it has pretty full coverage. I likey so far. Pretty happy about that. Hopefully I'm not like overusing it just in case it's super full coverage. It doesn't say whether it's like full coverage or not. It just says illuminating concealer. So we will test this out. I am going to take some of my MAC Fix Plus and just spritz this right onto my beauty blender to help blend out the concealer, just in case it, you know, dries too quick or whatever the case may be. So, didn't dry too quick. I always like that in a concealer. I hate when I put a concealer on and it dries super quick and I don't really have a chance to blend it out. And it looks pretty full coverage and it blends out really easily. Good to go so far. Really liking this concealer. This is probably going to be one of my new favorite green concealers for sure. Okay, so next, now we can move on to foundation. I do have a foundation from Kokie. This is the Skin Perfect HD foundation, and I have it in the shade 20W. Now, you guys know that this product was given to me, so I hope that the color matches me, because I'm like semi-tan right now, but not really, so let's hope and pray. I'm going to do half of my face with a beauty blender and half of my face with a round kabuki brush to see which brush kind of applies it better. That way you guys know as well. So let me grab my brush. I'm going to use the Morphe M439 brush. Doesn't have like any weird chemical smell or anything like that. So let's jump in with the beauty blender on my left side. Pretty full coverage and it's blending out really nicely. I would say it's probably like a, I mean, it's pretty full coverage. I would say that it's definitely like a, on the heavy side of a medium. and like on the light side of a full coverage foundation, but it doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. So you can see the sides of my face, the difference. So I mean, it's a pretty big difference. You don't really see any redness on this side, as to where you can obviously still see the green and the redness that I have around the rest of my face. So I'm impressed. For a drugstore foundation, because this is sold in Walmart, I'm pretty impressed, not gonna lie. And the color matches me great, so thank you, Kokie. All right, so let's move on, and I'm going to do the other side of my face with my brush. It could just because it isn't dry on this side yet, but I think that I like it with a beauty blender better. I feel like the beauty blender kind of gave me a little bit more coverage, as to where this brush is kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna kind of blot it into the skin now. I think so far, yeah. I definitely like it with a beauty blender better. And usually I really love this brush for pretty much almost every foundation. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like the beauty blender better. I'm gonna give this a second to dry down completely for both sides, and then I will come back and let you guys know how I really feel, whether I really like the beauty blender better or whether I like the flat top kabuki brush better, and what kind of finish it has. So give me just a minute. Okay, so now that it's pretty much all dry, I still am with the beauty blender. I definitely like the way that the beauty blender applied it more. It has like a very natural finish. It's not matte, and it's not really shiny either. I think that I'd probably have to say it's more like a semi-matte, if anything. But so let me actually read you the back and what the brand describes it as, what it would be. So it says, a mid-coverage natural finish foundation that offers flawless high-def perfection in every light. And does say shake well, obviously. So yeah, I would agree that's pretty much what it is. But definitely go with the beauty blender. It just gives it a little bit more coverage, surprisingly. And this is a damn beauty blender, which is supposed to make it a little bit more natural. So while we're waiting for my foundation to dry real quick before we move on to concealing, Kokie did give me a buffing foundation brush. So I want to try this out real quick. I am going to apply a little bit of foundation down my neck, just a wee bit. That way everything is flawless and all one shade. First off the bat, here is the brush. I think that the bristles are, just right off the bat, I think the bristles might be a little too long for buffing product into the skin. Usually the bristles need to be a little bit shorter. For example, you can see the difference between my Morphe brush and the Kokie brush. The bristles are just a tad bit longer, and the brush itself is bigger and much more round at the top. So we'll see how this goes, but let's go ahead and just apply a little bit of foundation down the neck, and I'll let you know how the brush buffs it out. And this is the 618 buffing foundation brush. So you know what? I'm actually kind of surprised, because just looking at the brush, I honestly thought that this brush was going to be maybe not one of the best, just because it's supposed to be a buffing brush, but like I said, the bristles are kind of long. It blended the foundation quick and effortlessly, and the brush itself is super, super soft. So I'm shook. I'm actually pretty shook in the quality of this brush. Again, drugstore brush, so good. I'm good. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. It's super, super soft, and it really didn't take any of my product and keep it in the brush. It really just dispersed it onto my neck and blended everything out. So I like it. I'm liking everything so far. I'm pretty happy. So hopefully the rest of the goodies that they gave me are just as good. The concealer that they gave me is apparently a cushion liquid concealer. This says 10C. I believe this is the lightest concealer that they have. A little twist cap off action, and it's sealed already. Cool. So let's unseal that. And I guess I'll just dip my beauty blender into it. Maybe I'll brush. Choices. All right, I think I'll go with the brush. Obviously, with it being a cushion, you know that there's not a lot of product in here. And this kind of already, just looking at it, I look a little bit dark. I don't think this is gonna work for me. I guess we'll have to see. So I'm just going to push right into here. Oh yeah, the product's coming out. Okay, cool, cool. I see you. I see you. Product's on the brush. All right, let's try this out. Okay. I do have to like go in here quite a bit. Maybe it's different if I use I don't want to use a beauty. I don't want to use a sponge with a sponge because I feel like that's just going to soak up more product and just keep it into my Bebop, into my sponge. I don't know about this yet. I don't know how I feel. Honestly, I'm not digging it right now, just the way that I'm, like the application is. But we'll see how it blends out. You can see how many times I'm going back in. That's a little like, meh. And plus, you guys know me, I usually like my doe foot applicator in any of my concealers that I use to highlight my face with. So, all right. Gonna go back in with my beauty blender, just give it a spritz with the MAC Fix Plus to add a little bit more moisture and okay. Didn't dry too quick. And it's blending out pretty effortlessly. And I'm not mad with the color either. It's a little bit of a highlight. It's like a subtle difference. It's not my normal highlight that I would use. I go a little bit lighter than this, but it's not blending right in with my skin tone or my foundation. Like I can tell that these areas are a little bit highlighted compared to others. So overall good. I wish if there was one thing okay, so I think my two cons against the concealer is that I know that there's not a lot of product in here and it's kind of a little bit of a challenge to get the product out itself. And I wish that there was a lighter shade. That's it. But overall, the consistency and the texture of the concealer, I like. I'm good with the concealer. Not my favorite, but it's not something that I don't like. I do like it. While that is baking real quick, let's go ahead and move on to brows. I have the Precision Brow Pencil in number 553 Ash Blonde. This kind of reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz or the NYX Skinny Brow, I think it's called. I could be wrong on that. I'll put a little title somewhere on the screen if I'm wrong about this, except for it doesn't have a spoolie on the end, which is kind of disappointing. I usually always really like a spoolie at the end of my eyebrow pencils, just because it's easier to take one side off, brush, and then, you know, start applying the actual product itself. It's a little bit easier than me having to pick up a separate brush and then brush my brows. It's just right there, flip the sides back and forth, but I think I'm being a little petty. It's totally okay if it doesn't have a brush, whatever. So we'll try this out. And then second eyebrow product that I have is the Brow Mascara Tinted Eyebrow Gel. And same thing, this is in the shade Blonde. I hope that this is a little bit darker than the shade Blonde, just because you guys know I like my eyebrows a little bit darker than my natural hair color. So we shall see. Let's do the eyebrow pencil first, and I will have to now find a spoolie. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one real quick and we'll start going into my brows. Goes on pretty smoothly. It's not difficult to apply. Sometimes pencils can be a little bit dry and you have to really like push the product right into your skin and your brows. But overall, I'm digging the color so far. cute. And obviously the color matches. This is actually much more cool toned than the actual, whatchamacallit, brow pencil is, which I like. Except for I put a little bit too much product right there, but we're just gonna get past that. Okay, not too bad. We'll have to see how it actually holds up throughout the day. Thoughts on the brow product? The pencil's not my favorite. I don't know, it's not as cool toned as I usually like my brow pencils. It's more on the warm side, but in general, using the product was super easy. The product itself was, you know, not too thick, not too dry, not too creamy. It worked well. The product itself worked well. I'm just not a fan of the color, so if you find a color that works better for your eyebrows, the product is good. It's just I wasn't a fan of the color. That's all. As far as the brow mascara, I like it probably better in shade-wise for the pencil, but in general, I think I usually would just like to go with a clear brow gel. I think that it probably added a little bit too much color to my brows, but on days where I'm just trying to run out of the house real quick and not actually do my brows, but add a little bit color to my brows, I think that would be a great product. So I want to try that out definitely for my my Get Ready With Me in 5 Minutes video that I have coming up soon. So I think that'll be good for that. But in general, for my everyday routine, it's probably not something that I'm gonna end up reaching for. I did not get any shadows from them. I only got lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw on a little bit of shadow and some eyeliner, and we'll move to lashes from them. Well, my eyes are pretty much done. Last thing that we have to do is apply the lashes. And the lashes that Kokie gave me are the FL685 lashes. These aren't my usual typical lashes. These are a little bit smaller and not as fluffy as I like them, but let's put them on and see how they look. Okay, so far so good. They're not terrible. They're like little baby lashes. I think they're cute. They're cute. They have like enough volume to them where they're not too much and they're not too little at the same time. And I definitely think with a fluffier mascara, like a plumping, volumizing mascara, you can definitely make it work. These aren't my typical lashes, but actually I don't think I have a problem with them. They're pretty cute. Alright, so going in with my Better Than Sex mascara, now that the lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and try and add a little bit more volume to these bad boys and see how it turns out. You know what? Like after putting on the mascara, I actually like these lashes. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't think that I was gonna like these lashes just because they're not the typical lash that I usually would wear. With using a more volumizing mascara, it definitely helped make them appear a little bit fuller, and I think that I would actually wear these again. No, dead serious, I think that I'd probably wear these again for more of like my natural looks or not my extreme looks that I go with. So more like on the days where I'm doing like my pinup stuff and things like that. These are perfect. They're super cute. They're not too much. They're not too little. Overall, I really like them. Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the face. I did not get a bronzer or like a contour or anything from them. So let me go ahead and just bronze up my face real quick, apply some blush, and then I did get a highlight palette from them. So let's get to that. Like I mentioned, they did give me a highlight palette. This is the Strobing Palette. You guys know that I like a pretty intense highlight, so I'm hoping that this will kind of hold up to my standards of the highlight gods. So let's see how this works out. For the sake of actually seeing how this product works without using something beforehand, I won't use my usual like liquid or liquid or cream product to highlight before I actually apply the highlighter itself. All I'm gonna do is spritz my face with some MAC Fix Plus to help kind of blend it out onto my cheeks. So let's grab, oh, and they did give me a highlight brush too. So let's try that out and see if it's good or not. So this is the highlight brush they give me. This is the 605 highlight brush. I think I'm gonna go with these two. I think I'm gonna mix these two. Let's try that out. All right, so just dipping into the product right here and mixing the two. All right, let's see if we can build this bad boy up, because it's more of like a glow so far right now as to where like I like an intense highlight. So let's build that bad boy up. Round two. Round two is better, for sure. Okay, I could work with you. Okay. This is actually not bad. I could deal with this. Like, this is good. Not intense, but it's getting there. I can already tell it's very buildable because even just going in from the second time, it gave me that nice little beam right here on my cheek. This, I definitely could be super intense if you build it up and whatnot. So overall, I'm pretty impressed. I'm liking it. Let's move on to blush and then we'll finish off with lips. For lips, they gave me 3 liquid lipsticks and the matching lip liners. So let's read about these. They're actually called lip powders. So liquid matte powder lipstick. Let's see if it has a little description about them anywhere. It doesn't. So I don't know if these will actually dry down or not. We'll have to find out. Let's swatch them and then see what color I'm gonna pick for today. Obviously, the thinner ones are the lip liner and the thicker lines are the liquid lipsticks. Yes, 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 this is the color of my life. I love these colors. Final thoughts on the products and packaging and stuff like that. Overall, I pretty much liked all of the products. As I mentioned, as I was going through everything, the pros and cons of the products, I liked pretty much everything. Some of the products were my favorite, like the brow pencil, the brow mascara, and the concealer, the highlighting concealer, not the green one. Everything else I actually really enjoyed. I loved the brushes, I loved the foundation, the green concealer, the lip liners. Even though I didn't try them, I swatched them. And you can see, like, oh, hold on. There we go. Awkwardly. You can see where the liners stayed on really good, and there's like a faint line from the actual lipsticks themselves, but I have a feeling that they're not going to dry down. So I'm not really sure how I feel about these yet. I love the color, but if they don't dry down, they're probably not going to be my favorite, just because I really only like to wear liquid lipsticks. They're convenient, obviously, everyone knows that, and they, see, and stuff like this doesn't happen. Drives me crazy, people. Maybe these would work better if I actually did wear a lip liner underneath them. I'll have to try that out another day. But in general, like I said, the packaging for the company and the products are super cute. The products themselves are pretty good. Pretty much all the ones that I tried I liked, give or take 1 or 2 here and there. So overall, I think these products are worth the money. They are drugstore products for a very reasonable price. So if you can get these in your nearby Walmart or any other type of retailer that's near you, or even just go online and order them, they're good. And I definitely would recommend, out of everything that I tried today, I would definitely recommend the foundation brush, the foundation, the green concealer, and the lip liners for sure. Oh, one more thing before I forget. They did give me a nail polish. I always get my nails done at the salon, but next time that I go, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to put on my toesies and see how cute it turns out, but I'll have to come back another day and let you know what I think about the nail polish overall. Alright you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you like the Kokie products, definitely head on over to their website or to your local Walmart and pick some of these goodies up because I think they're definitely worth the money. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!